Let me just adjust myself. Welcome to my afternoon cardio session. And a little bit closer and closer. Okay, folks, thank you for joining me. I normally do this on Facebook Live, but I just wanted to change the pace since everything else is a little bit different today. Why not try this on YouTube Live? My name is Steve, and I work I actually operate a company called Middle Kingdom Fitness, in which I have all aspects of fitness covered. First of all, I'm not wearing a shirt out of vanity. I'm not trying to show off or anything, because honestly, I don't feel like I have that much to show off. I am in the Philippines. It is very hot. This is how I do my cardio. I'm not trying to make any kind of statement. For those of you who don't know me, I used to be 310 pounds, and then I started dieting, and I dropped to about around 200 or so, and then I started lifting, and I put some weight back on because I was trying to build muscle, and I did it the wrong way. So for the last, I don't know, May 15th, so what is that? About 8 months, I've been doing my own diet plan with intense training. I was training longer than that, but then I started the diet in May. And I'm down almost 50 pounds. I'm at about 180, give or take. So when you see this, it's not perfect, but I just want you to know the backstory so you can appreciate how far I come rather than making troll-like comments. So I'm not saying any of you will, but I just want to get that clarified first and foremost. So I do this every day for about 50 minutes. Sometimes I'll go a little bit longer. And I usually do it in the morning between training clients online and then going to work at the small little convenience store that we own here in the Philippines. So I'm very busy in the morning. On top of that, I gotta eat my breakfast and prepare my food for the day. And then I go to work for 6 hours. I come back and I do my lifting. But today, everything's been flip-flopped. And for a good reason. Today is my grandson's 18th birthday, and we will be traveling to his house in the next city to celebrate. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any workouts, because those of you who do know me know that one of my 3 philosophies is zero excuses accepted. A lot of people would say, it's Derek's birthday, you don't need to train today. Yes, I do need to train. And I just need to prioritize properly, rearrange, and make sure I get in what I want to get in. So at this point, normally, I would be sitting in the air conditioning for about 30 minutes, and then I would feed my dog and do a couple errands, and then I'd start lifting. And today being Friday, which is chest and tricep day, that's my longest workout. That takes about 2 hours for me. I train out of my home gym, and a lot of the time is wasted switching from exercise to exercise, changing the bars, stripping the weights, reloading the weights. So it takes a good 2 hours. So with that logic, I wouldn't be done until 7:30. And by the time we got ready, left, traveled to the party, it's almost 9 o'clock. So I didn't want to do that to my grandson. 18, special birthday. So I lifted in the morning. I was fortunate that I didn't have a client today. I went to work, and now I'm going to do the cardio now. And instead of waiting until after I feed the dog, I can be done with these 50 minutes before I have to feed the dog. I do cardio 6 days a week, 50 minutes a day, above and beyond the minimum, which would be 150 minutes per week. So I pretty much triple that. I'd like to do more, but I am in constant fear that I will be losing muscle. Speaking of losing muscle, actually, the opposite. As I said, I did train chest and triceps this morning. This is day 2. I train each body part twice a week. Day 2, I determine if I'm ready to increase the weight or not for day 1 of next week. And how I do that is based on whatever reps I do for the heaviest weight. And I have a specific number. Most of the time, it's 6. So if I can hit 7 reps, that's my go-ahead to increase the weight. Now, other sets, like you'll see later, for example, my fly, I do 15 reps. I do 15, 12, 10, 8. So for that, I have to hit 9. So whatever the minimum is, plus 1. And then I can move on. Well, like most people who do chest, I started with the bench press. And I did 4 sets. And I have been trying to get to the next level, literally, for at least 3 months, probably 4 months. And when I got to this new weight, when I started, it was 4 months ago. And I got 3 reps. A couple weeks later, I got my 4th rep. But then for 3 months, I was stuck on 4. So much so that I decreased all of the weights by 10, so I could get back to getting to a higher number of reps. And then when I figured I'd be that much stronger when I returned to the weight, but it was the same thing. So another 2 months or so, I'm still stuck on 4 reps. All of a sudden last week, I had 5 reps. This Monday, I got 6 reps for the first time. And today, Friday, guess what? I got 7. So now I will increase it by 10 pounds. Those of you who don't know me, don't ask. I do not tell you how much I weigh, how much I lift. I'll tell you how much I weigh. I don't tell you how much I lift. Because I don't want to promote ego lifting. I'm not in competition with any of you. You're not in competition with me. Quite frankly, you might be disappointed if you found out that I'm not lifting as heavy as you think I may be. But again, just like I said before, with losing all of that weight, you don't know the backstory. So here's the short version. I've been lifting on and off for 35 years. At least 30 of those years, I've been lifting all wrong. Only recently, I'm talking about in the last 2 years, did I realize that it's not about how much weight you lift, it's about the technique, it's about the intensity, it's about the volume, it's about the stretch, it's about the contraction. The least important factor is the weight. So before, when I was doing, let's say, 285, I'm getting like a 2-inch range of motion, and I think I'm accomplishing something, and I'm accomplishing nothing. So within the last year, I made sure that I'm going full as far back as I can on my bench. I'm pushing it up, full range of motion, squeezing, going back slower to get the negative rep, getting that stretch without bouncing the weight off the chest, but just glancing it so I know that I've gone far enough. And it took me a long time. I still haven't built back to my original numbers yet. I will. I'm in no rush. It's not a race. I'll get there, but this time I'll be doing it with proper technique. So even though I'm lifting less than I did 5 years ago, I'm doing it properly, and I'm seeing the results. Better late than never, they say, right? Now, I was trying to figure out what's with the improvement. And I was thinking that it could be a few different options. I train at home, I have very limited equipment, I have very limited plates. Well, we just ordered 2 30-pound plates, as opposed to the 20s that were my heaviest previous to this week. Monday I used them for the first time, and that's when I hit 6. And I used them again today, second time, and I hit 7. So maybe it's the euphoria of having new equipment. Maybe I'm just excited about it. So that's a possibility. The other possibility is that I said before I'm doing the eccentric, the negative portion, but I've been doing it in super slow motion. And I think perhaps that's too slow. So I changed my speed from super slow motion to just slow motion, and maybe I have more strength that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting stronger. Maybe facts are facts, that it's my time. You know, I put in all of those months, and now everything's coming together. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that I'm really focusing on my breathing these days. Again, I've been lifting for 35 years. I've always had trouble performing proper breathing, whether I didn't know how to, or it just took up too much effort, or it made me lightheaded, or it was hard for me to keep count. I kind of only used it when I needed it. And the funny, I always notice that when I do exhale and push, I am stronger. But instead of using it for every lift, I've been like saving it like in the bank until I need it. But now I'm doing it with every rep. And it's funny, I feel like I'm cheating because it feels easier. It feels much easier when I breathe properly. So who knows? I don't know. You know what? In the words of George Costanza, Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. I'm getting what I want. So then the next exercise that I do is my incline bench press. That has been such a problem based on the weight set that I have. First of all, the support holes are extremely narrow. So it makes it hard to get a grip. So I actually have to swing my arms around the support to get a wide enough width on my grip. Oh, but I wish that was the only problem. The other problem is I can't have the bench reclined in a position that I want without choking myself or hitting my head on the barbell itself, on the bar. There are two settings that come standard with my weight bench, which I'm looking at right now. Only on the second one, I can put the bench up one level. You can adjust the bench to 3 different levels. I can move it one level. On the bottom one, I can't move it at all, so that's not an incline press. Now, I had a neighbor of mine design and construct extender tubes. And the reason I had that was so I could squat without having to bend over and put my head between my knees to get low enough to get under the bar. Squat and military press. So he put them up pretty high on the extenders. So, oh, that's good then, you can do the incline tube. No, I can't, because it's so high that I can barely reach it, and there would be no way I'd be able to re-rack it safely. So my idea was to drill 2 more holes, about, I remember the exact measurement was 15 centimeters, so you can convert that to inches, lower than the holes that my friend made for me in the first place. And he said he would do it for me, and after 3 months, I got the idea that he wasn't going to do it for me. And then my daughter-in-law's brother said he would do it, and after 2 months, I said, he's not going to do it. And I kind of had a hissy fit, and I said, we could go to any hardware store, any tire shop around here, because they have a lot of them here. And they could drill it for me, and it would have been done in 5 minutes. Well, finally, my wife relented, but the tire store doesn't do it. So my son took me to a machine shop, and they did it. But it took much more than 5 minutes, and because we were in the middle of a power outage, we had to wait an additional hour. So basically, it took 2 hours to do. And it was a little bit more money than I expected, but I got what I wanted. And now I can do a real incline press. I still have to go around the support poles, but at least I can have the bench at a much higher incline, so I can actually get the bar real high instead of just slightly higher than the mid chest. But in order to do it safely, I did drop the weight about 20 pounds across the board. When I say across the board, the reason is because for the most part, the weight increases with each set. So I'll start with a lighter weight and do 12 reps, and then I'll add another 10, 20 pounds and do 10 reps, and then I'll add another 10 or 20 and do 8 until I get to 6. So very rarely do I do the same weight twice within the 4 sets. Very rarely. So I lowered all the weight across the board. And I kind of had to reach each myself. I had to adjust. I had shoulder issues, so I had to make sure that I wasn't going to injure it. It's still, when I go down to the very first rep, like I can feel it lock. But once I get that first rep out, I'm fine. So I've had this about 3 weeks now, and I've increased the weight gradually over the 3 weeks. So very happy about that. Next exercise is I do a chest squat, but I don't use dumbbells. I had some dumbbells given to me by my nephew, and it's those screw-on types. And first of all, because of the support bars, I can't even do it the standard way. So I have to spin around and put my head towards the pull-down attachment and do it that way. But even so, I've got my head on the leg pad, so I'm very unbalanced and uncomfortable. And then the dumbbells themselves, I just don't feel like they're gonna stay in place for me. After each set, I have to retighten the collars. So my concern is that one of those collars will come off mid-exercise one day. So basically, I don't even use them anymore right now. Someday, down the road, a year maybe, I will use adjustable dumbbells. I've had them twice before and I was happy with them, but I sold them when I moved twice. So eventually we will get those back. But I'm a resistance band specialist. I even have a Udemy course in which I teach you every aspect of resistance bands. We'll get back to that later if I have time. So, I'm doing the resistance band fly. So I'm standing up, back towards the door. I'm about 18 inches away from the door. I have the bands anchored right in the middle of my chest. And I come in and I'm using the spinning or the rotating handles, which I love because I feel like it really helps me with that squeeze. So I get the full range of motion. And I do that, as I stated before, 15, 12, 10, and 8. And then from there I do another variation on the fly, the low to high fly. I have the anchor underneath the door, and I'm pulling up and in. So that's 4 exercises, 4 sets each for chest. Every single exercise per day, this is what I call threshold day. I surpassed the minimum number. I did at least 1 more rep. And every single exercise will be heavier come Monday morning, or Monday evening, I'm sorry. But I'm not done yet. Then I did triceps. Same result, by the way, spoiler alert. So I started with the rope pull down. 3 sets. So for triceps, I do 3 exercises, 3 sets each. 3 sets, each one 5 pounds heavier than the next. Hit my threshold. That will be higher. Next exercise. French press. 3 sets each. Each was 10 pounds heavy. But I came up with an idea because taking 10-pound jumps on that move is rough for me. So I have different bars. I've been using the Easy Curl bar, which weighs 15 pounds. But I have a 4-foot straight bar that weighs 10 pounds. So I'm going to switch back and forth each week between those bars. So instead of having to make increases in increments of 10, I can make increases in increments of 5 because the bars are 2 different weights. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully, I can still maintain the grip without having the curves that the Easy Curl bar provides. We'll see if it's worth doing that. We'll see. And then I end the triceps with the RBKB, resistance band kickback. I hate resistance, I hate kick exercise with dumbbells. It's a very limited range of motion. Gravity does more work than the actual muscle that you're trying to engage. And it's got a stigma for being a girly exercise. So with the bands, I don't even use the handles, I just use the bands themselves. I anchor it in the door below my waist. I get a good hinge, I bend over, and I can really, really throw my elbows in the air to help combat the issues with the dumbbells. And I did 3 sets of those, each 5 pounds heavier, and I will be heavier next week. So altogether, 7 exercises. Every single one of them is going to be heavier next week. Now my weight was a little higher this morning, 83.2. The last time I weighed myself it was 82.6. I'm talking kilograms here, I am in the Philippines. But I'm not concerned because I am lifting heavier, so perhaps some of it has to do with muscle growth. At least I can dream, right? I'm dieting the best I can with the situation I'm in. And as long as I don't go above 83.5, I'm happy. So it was 83.2. It's a heavy day. You don't weigh the same thing every day. Please don't tell me you shouldn't weigh yourself every day. I'm well aware of that. I'm highly certified. I'm not trying to throw this in anyone's face. But when people give me tips, when they think I don't know what I'm talking about or that I haven't done my due diligence, I haven't done my research, it kind of insults me. Yes, I weigh myself every day. Is that what I consider my weight to be every day? No. I take an average of the 7 days, and whatever is the median or middle weight, that's what I tell people my weight is. Weight can fluctuate for a variety of reasons. Is there too much water in your system? Did you poop? What are you wearing? Did you put the scale on the tile? Did you put it on the carpet? I try and eliminate as many of those variables as possible, meaning that I weigh myself at pretty much the same time every morning, about 6 a.m. I'm completely naked, so there's no differences with the clothes or shoes or anything like, or belts. And I do this right after I've gone to the bathroom. I know it's TMI, but just to show you that I try and keep all of the variables as consistent as possible. Everything I do in my life is consistent. I pretty much wake up at the same time, I weigh myself at the same time, I do my cardio at the same time, I train my clients at the same time, I go to the store at the same time, I do my lifting at the same time, I feed the dog. And when I eat the same food. And I enjoy that. That's my choice, and that's what I've done. So I think 83 kilograms even is a healthy weight for me. I'm never going to totally have six-pack, and that's just something I've come to terms with. Between losing so much weight and having some surgery, I have loose skin. I'm 57 years old, there's not much I can do about it at this time of my life. But I'm making more and more progress every day at an age where most people are going, they've already went over the top of the hill and they're going down fast. And I'm still climbing. So I was speaking about online training earlier. And I do this in a variety of ways. I work for 2 different online training platforms. The one that is right now receiving most of my time and effort, it's a Filipino-based company, and it's called The Beat Studio. You can find us at thebeatstudio.net. Feel free to enroll. And we approach fitness in a community-based attitude, environment. Our target audience is people who basically have sedentary lifestyles who want to transition into a more active lifestyle. And we have 4 separate coaches. We're called partner coaches because we partner up with our members. Our members can pick which coach they want to work with, excuse me, not slavery, work with, or we can assign them a coach, whichever they feel more comfortable with. All of the coaches have different personalities, different styles, different specialties, so it would be in your best interest to read all of our profiles and see who you think would be best for you. So after you pick your coach, you're going to have a team of other people in your group. My team is called Team Steve. Not very creative, but it gets the point across. And I conduct online training sessions with state-of-the-art, cutting-edge software twice a week. Tuesday morning and Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m. my time, live. But the beauty is that you can still participate in my time even if you're not available then on my team. That's because about an hour after my class concludes, it loads into the system and then I can publish it. So you can watch it video on demand style. So you're going to hear me say, if you don't know me again, 0 excuses accepted. Can't make it live? Then watch it later in the day. Watch it the next day. And like I said, the software is cutting edge. So you can plug via Bluetooth your heart monitor into this. Your pedometer can all be attached via Bluetooth to the app. There's a timer up there. There's an interactive screen where we can see each other, and then there's also an instructional screen where you can see the exercise being demonstrated. So we got everything covered. We do a weekly team huddle. Each individual team has a separate time set aside. For example, mine is Saturday at 9:30 in the morning, and all of the team members are invited to participate, and we can talk about the previous week's training, what our plans are for next week, any successes that we're having, any difficulties that we're having. We can introduce new topics. One of the topics this week that we're focusing on is the importance of hydration. So it's an 8-week program, and then you can roll it over into a more advanced level course. You can stay with your original coach, or you can switch to another coach if you wish, if you want. So it's a great program. We deal with the community. We deal with corporations. Because business is realizing that they're better off paying for their employees to train than they are to pay for their hospitalization. Save a lot more money if you talk about preventative health these days. So we have hookups with various corporations that allow their clients to train with us at their cost and often on their clock. So if you're a part of these corporations, you get the program for free, and then your employer pays you for the time that you spend using the program. That's a great thing. But we also are reaching out to communities, including my own community, which is not very proactive health-wise. And we're trying to offer free courses and do live events. I'm going to be doing one at the Barangay Hall. I'm going to be doing one in the local beach soon. And just to let everyone know that you don't need a fancy, expensive gym membership to train. If you want to do it, you can do it. It's all about priorities. It's not about money. It's not about time. It's about priorities. Anybody can get a great workout if they want to and they know how to. And that's what I'm doing. So why would I listen to you, Steve? You were 310 pounds. That's exactly why you should listen to me. Because I was 310 pounds. Now I'm 180. So apparently I know what I'm talking about. I've been lifting on and off, like I said, for 35 years. I've been a certified coach coming up on 6 years. I have multiple certifications, not just in exercise, but in nutrition, in meditation, in yoga, in kettlebell, in TRT, in kinesiology technique, in holistic healing, in being a life coach. I'm very well-rounded. Also, I was a teacher for 34 years, high school English, both in the United States and China. So, it's one of my talents to explain to people things, concepts, ideas, exercises, in a manner that they can understand it. On top of that, I worked part-time in retail for 25 years. I'm a people person. I know how to say things. I know how to criticize in a way that people realize that I'm just trying to help. I know how to give good advice. I know how to tell people when to tone it down. I'll give you an example. I used to work in a wine store. Many times people would say, oh, I want a good $50 bottle. And I'm like, well, I can definitely give you that, but you know what? I have some great stuff under 20. Let me show you what I have. And people appreciated that. And then they appreciated that I knew what I was talking about, that I've tried them, and I'm trying to save them some money. Now, it's a shame I didn't work on commission there because I would have killed it. But that was just not an option. But I'm the same way. I sell supplements, and I will tell people, BCAA, you don't really need it. Yes, I sell it. Yes, I make money from each sale. But you know what? It's not usually necessary in most cases. Why? Because you can get BCAA, branched-chain amino acids, from many food sources. And you know what? If you're drinking protein powder, guess what? You're getting it there. That being said, people still want it because mostly just to flavor their drinking water for the day. And I'm guilty of that too. Also, and creatine is the most tested and safest supplement there is. However, many studies have indicated that as long as your creatine says creatine monohydrate, which is the most basic form, there's no difference between what brand you buy. So you're being a fool if you're buying the highest priced brand of creatine monohydrate because you think it's better. It's not. Buy the least expensive one, unless you want one with a special flavor. Otherwise, just buy the least expensive creatine monohydrate. And I'm stressing that part, monohydrate, because it does have to be that variation. Now, you might say, well, Steve, there are higher levels of creatine out now. Yes, you're right. Crealkaline, HCl, and others. And yeah, they're supposed to have better quality or higher level creatine in it, but you know what? Those same studies say, yes, they might be slightly better, but the increased cost does not justify the minimal results, the minimal increases. So stick with the creatine monohydrate. Save yourself some money. I'll give you a little secret here. I did say I sell supplements, but you know what? I do not get paid on commission. I get paid on a flat fee. So recommending a higher priced product just for the sake of increasing my commission, I'm going to say it's pointless. Well, it doesn't happen because I don't get a percentage-based commission. So, and I like that because it keeps me honest. I can recommend what I truly believe in, knowing that it's not going to affect how much money I make. Whether you spend 200 RMB, which is the Chinese currency, or 2,000 RMB, I still make the same flat rate regardless. So there's no reason for me to upsell you on anything. It doesn't help me. That being said, The supplements that I sell are available only in China, and 99% of my customers are foreigners teaching in China. I have a couple Chinese customers, but not too many. And again, because this is new to their culture is based on saving money, so they'd rather buy it online from a bulk warehouse where, I hate to say it, and I don't want you to think I'm just like making this up to shock anyone, but most of it's counterfeit. Most of it's counterfeit. They don't care because it says so on the label. But my customers have a more discerning eye, and they have a more realistic attitude towards products made in China. Ours are completely Western imported. They can be traced with the QR code or with the UPC. We can verify every single product. And you know what? We know what we're talking about. They're just people who got their hands on a large quantity of something. The same person who you're buying your protein powder from on these online sites is the same person you're buying your cell phone from, your knockoff sneakers from, your fake Gucci bags. They don't know anything about it. They can't tell you how to use it. We, however, are experts. So that was one way. I got off on a tangent there. The Beat Studio is one way you can train with me. And like I said, the sessions are live or can be watched on demand. But I also work with an Australian-based online training platform called 99c.fit. And the 99c stands for 99 cents. Even though it's Australian-based, it's based on US currency. So for each video that you order, you're only paying 99 cents for it. With the Beat Studio, you're committing to an 8-week program. With 99c.fit, you're just buying each class as you see fit. Oh, I want to do chest and triceps today. Okay, I'll get that video. Oh, today I want to do shoulders and legs. Okay, I'll get that video. But not only do I have them broken up like that, but I have them broken up based on what equipment I'm using. All free weights, all resistance bands, all dumbbells, all just body weight. I have over 150 videos uploaded. So just about any workout that you can dream of. One muscle group a day, 2 muscle groups a day. Upper, lower workout, push-pull workouts, push-pull leg workouts, circuit. So you can, I guarantee you'll find whatever you're looking at 99c.fit. Now, the major difference is that 99c.fit, every session is pre-recorded. And I don't see that as a bad thing. Because like I said, you can pretty much design your own curriculum. But also on the Beat Studio, it's very structured, and every class fits within a 30 to 45 minute range. While at 99c.fit, I have sessions that go up to 2 hours. And whether it's a 30-minute session or a 2-hour session, it's still only 99 cents. And you can preview it for free. And there's also dozens of resources that I've uploaded that you can also look at for free on 99c.fit. So there are 2 great options with diametrically opposed philosophies. So if you're looking for one thing, you got the Beat Studio. If you're looking for the opposite, you got 99c.fit. And you know what? If none of those suit you, you got my YouTube channel, Steve the Teacher 1. And you can watch dozens of fitness videos on there, in addition to topics that have nothing to do with fitness. The one thing is that there are not a lot of full workouts. It's just, it's better if you're looking for a specific exercise to use my YouTube channel. But if you want a full workout, 99c.fit would be the better option. And then the final option is that I am a virtual trainer. I have about half a dozen clients right now who I visit 3 times a week online, either at their gyms or at their homes. I've designed their workout for them. They each have personalized workouts that no one else is doing. I supervise, I observe, I make corrections. I work with them with nutrition if they choose. No extra charge, just some people don't want my help in the nutrition area, and that's fine. Less work for me, right? And the only thing that I can't do that a face-to-face or in-person trainer can do is provide a spot. But everything else I can do. And depending on how creative you are with where you put your tripod, I can see it from multiple angles. So why don't you just get a face-to-face trainer? Well, they're expensive. And they might not be as qualified as they come off as. Many of them are employees of that one gym only. So they're all cookie cutter trainers. They all do the same thing because that's what the company tells them to do. They're only certified through that company. They may not have the experience you're looking for. And they have a company agenda. Remember, gyms make their money on memberships. So it's the trainer's responsibility to make sure that you keep rejoining the gym, you keep renewing your membership. So they may do what's in the best interest of the gym as opposed to what's in the best interest of their client. And of course I can do it at half the price. And you know what? They have packages. Well, I have packages too, but mine are much more liberal. Depending on what package you buy at your own gym, you might train twice a week. You might train 3 times a week. With mine, it's an unlimited monthly payment. You can train as many times as you like. If you want to train with me 7 days a week, that's included. And it's encouraged. Because I keep preaching, you have to commit to consistency. So I would just be a fake if I didn't want you to take advantage of it. That's, when I belonged to gyms, that was me. I paid them a yearly fee. God damn it, I was going to get as many possible training sessions as I could. I went to that gym every day. Even on my off day, I still went there and hung out. Maybe took a steam bath, got a tan or whatever. I got my money's worth. And those managers probably hated me because they saw me every day. So I highly recommend that you train with me online, where I encourage you to get the most out of it that you can. I've written 3 books that are available on Amazon. One of them is a fitness book, and if you sign up with me as a client, I'll give you a digital copy of that for free. I'll also, if you sign up for a nutritional plan, or you get the full plan, which includes the nutrition, I'll send you, my buddy wrote a healthy eating fitness recipe book. So you can get that. But some people, hiring a trainer, even though I'm 50% less, is still not in their budget. So I've come up with budget-friendly options, where I can merely design a plan for you, and I have a basic level and a deluxe level. Without going into too much detail, you get way more services from the deluxe for a slight increase in the price. Same thing with the nutrition plan. If you just want me to design your diet plan, I will. And that can be available in basic or deluxe. And you get the free cookbook with that plan. Maybe you want me to design both of them, but you don't want me to be your day-to-day personal trainer. Well, then I have a combination plan that is available as well. And if none of those options suit you, and you just have questions or you want recommendations, you can hire me as your fitness and or nutrition consultant. That's the least expensive of the packages. And basically, I'm just there to answer your questions. And by the way, if you ever upgrade from one plan to another, you'll receive a prorated discount as well. Wow, I'm out of breath. So it's Derek's 18th birthday today. I'm very excited about that. Derek was one of the first people I met when I came to the Philippines. I came into Manila Airport at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I was met by my wife, Derek, and his brother, Andre. Well, that's an airport pickup. Well, it's appreciated. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it is, because it's an 8-hour van ride away. So, for those two boys to give up their time to travel 8 hours each way to greet me at the airport, it was very special to me, and obviously here it is 2 years later, it's not forgotten, and it never will be forgotten. They can do anything they want to me, and they will always be given a pass because they came to the airport when they didn't have to. My wife didn't have an option, they did. They did. So Derek and Andre will have a lifetime pass. So the YouTube channel is increasing. Like I said, it is dozens, if not more, fitness videos. But it's also my pro wrestling matches in the United States, in China, and in the Philippines. So you can watch that. You can watch videos of me when I was a competitive bass fisherman in the Northeast. You can watch videos of me experiencing life in China for the first time. All different kinds of sites and just things that were new to me. The supermarkets, the flea markets, the night markets, the parks, the mountains, everything that I experienced, either on my own or when my wife joined me just a couple months into my stay, and we've been together ever since, and we'll be together forevermore. You can see restaurant reviews. You can see cooking segments. Lots of videos with my granddaughters, because they are so cute and funny and lovely. So there's a lot to view on my YouTube channel. And I'm now up to 1,632 subscribers. Far cry from those mainstream social media influencers, but I'm realistic. And as long as I get a new subscriber every day or two, that's all I need to see. We'll get there. Maybe not to that extreme, but we'll definitely increase the numbers at this rate. I upload every day. Today I put 4 videos, I believe. Combination of full length and shorts. Shorts lately have been getting more attention, and I also think that they're leading to the increase in the subscribers. Make sure that if you do appreciate the videos, please click like, please subscribe. Very important to me. Leave a comment, I'll get back to you. All of that helps. So what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday, so that will be back in biceps. I've completely revamped my back workout, so now I look forward to them because they're exciting, they're different. I've also made some significant adjustments in my bicep workout too. I went from doing 3 exercises for biceps to doing 2, but both of them are supersets. So in essence, I'm really doing 4. But the key factor is not how many I'm doing or how much I'm doing, it's am I seeing the results? And yes, I am. So there's so many ways that you can show your support. You can sign up for my YouTube channel. You can hire me as your personal trainer, whether it's privately, whether it's through the Beat Studio, whether it's through 99C.fit. You can purchase one of my books. I'm working on book number 4, by the way. You can support some of the partners that I have. I represent companies in the role of an affiliate or ambassador. And those are worldwide, so you can check those out as well. There we go. There's my 50 minutes. The alarm is going off. As always, I end with my trademark philosophies. It used to be 3, but now I've added a 4th. Commit to consistency. Stay positive, stay strong, zero excuses accepted, and now, never accept anything than your best. I guess that's kind of redundant. Don't rest on your laurels. Always challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to get off of this bicycle. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy your weekend. It's coming up. Can't turn this off. There we go.